Okay, I'm going to show you how to take a DXF file that we created in Onshape and get it ready for cutting on the laser cutter or the plasma cutter. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do the laser cutter first. So I'm going to look for Illustrator, and we can use Illustrator CX6 if it's installed on our machines. If not, we can use a newer version and save it back as it's CX6. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. All right, so I know that this thing that we just drew is 2x4, so I'm going to say new, and I know that my laser cutter is capable of doing 24 wide by 12 tall, so I'm going to just leave it at that. And then we're going to go to File and go to Place, and we now need to find our folder. So we're just going to go looking for wherever you saved it in your your electric vehicle folder on the drive here, and you're going to bring it in. When you bring it in, you want to make sure that you're set to inches here, because this can mess it up, and you want it to be original size, because you don't want it to get scaled when it comes in. When it comes in, if you hold the space bar down, you can use the hand to pan around. All right, we want to move it into a location, so you can use the arrow keys while it's highlighted. That'll move it. And I'm just going to move it down, or you can move it using the move tool as well. In order for it to cut, though, on the laser cutter, the line weight needs to be set to 1/1000th of an inch. So I'm going to highlight this one more time. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Object and Path and Join Path, because when you create a DXF, sometimes it comes in as individual lines. I'm going to hit undo for a moment and just show you what I mean. Sometimes it comes in together, sometimes it doesn't. So if I grab my selection tool and click on this line, notice it's a single line. If I select it all and go to Object and go to Path and Join, now when I select it, it's a continuous path. It's a good habit to get into. Will it work if you don't do that? Probably, but it's not a good way to go. And it won't work on the plasma cutter. So I'm going to select this now and make sure my line weight is set to 0.001, which is 1/1000th of an inch. And then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save As, just to show you what I mean. So we're going to save this to the Tech drive, and we're going to go to Laser Jobs, and let me make a new folder here, and we'll call it EV 2023, because that's coming up soon. All right, we'll go in there, and again we're going to say last name plate and hit save, and that one's good to go. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, one more piece. So if you are in a newer version of Illustrator, save it as a CX6. You can save it as different versions. Save it as a CX6 because that's what we're running next door, and then it will be happy over there. Hit OK, and that covers it for this one.